Hello everyone, welcome back to the Austrian Disc Golf Championships 2024, sponsored by Discmania. We're commentating me, Laura Posch, and Katrin Ellmaier.
Hello, nice to have you back.
And this is the back nine. It's mostly in the woods. There's some final holes in the open at the end of the round. So after the front nine, we're at even. Katrin at +2, Hugh and Rafi at +3, and then there is a bit of a gap towards the chase card.
Yeah, so let's jump into hole number 10. It's a par 3, 62 meters with 7 meters elevation and a double mandrel, which is quite nasty because it's around at 35 meters, so you need to have a straight shot uphill. Yeah,
I would say it's not too difficult, but for some reason it is, because that's the gap that you want to hit anyways if you want to park the basket.
yeah. I think it just gets into your head and then
Mhm.
something weird happens.
And the uphill is the run-up is a bit uphill, so this is also adding to the
Yeah.
difficulty.
Oh, yep. Rafi's
still safe.
Yeah, super safe shot. I think it wasn't planned that way, but yeah.
He was really hitting it nicely.
Yes, very nice. Straight through the gap with a look for birdie in the circle.
Yes.
Oh.
Rafi still has a chance to save par from here.
Yep. She's from putter.
Nice.
Yep, in the circle. So there were a lot of blueberry shrubs that were surrounding the
Yes.
basket. Very
It
scenic.
was very picturesque.
Yeah.
Look at it. So I'm trying to make the putt from the drop zone here.
That's around 15 meters uphill, but almost made it.
No, close but not. But
Yeah.
you make it.
No
it's a
chains
birdie.
needed. Birdie,
Yes.
birdie.
Really good putt uphill.
Yeah, I was really happy. You really didn't have to worry about anything on that putt because there was no roll away potential or something like that. But yeah, still not so easy. And there comes the second birdie.
Yes,
Very
you
nice.
makes a really nice putt. She played it perfectly.
Yeah. So my putt was a little bit stressful, but I think hers was a lot easier. But
How
still,
was it? Is it edge of circle?
yeah, mine was edge of
Mhm.
circle, I think, yeah. But
Very
I had
impressive.
a similar putt in the first round that I almost made, so had some practice from that area. You were cleaning up the bogey?
Yeah, stress-free bogey. Yeah, so then hole 11 is a bit tricky. You have to get to here ideally, and then with your first throw, and then with the second, so it's a righty forehand or a lefty hyzer to the pin from there. So it's a really doable par 3, but you have to be absolutely perfect on both throws.
Yeah, it's a really fun hole.
Yes.
I liked it a lot. As well, you're throwing over a valley in the beginning. I got into the hill.
There's no OB.
No, only natural OB.
Yes.
You landing at the top. The entrance to the tunnel. Graf is taking the other entrance.
I'm throwing the musket like almost far tee shots, but not hitting the gap perfectly. Yeah, it's really hard to Rafi and me we were down the hill a bit, and so we what we need to do as a righty player is throw the forehand in this. Sorry, I didn't remember it to be so bad. Throw this forehand in the like this turnover throw forehand to get along the fairway a bit, and it's really tricky because of all the trees are positioned in not the ideal place.
Yeah.
But you throws a perfect throw, nice,
Yes,
like
very
all the way
nice
down the fairway.
through the tunnel and in the
Yes.
open again. Perfectly played. Yeah, I had no gap and just like pushed a scramble and made it all the way through. I don't know
Nice.
how. We checked afterwards, there was nothing. So I just closed my eyes and then hoped.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes that's what you need to do.
Yeah, and this one is a really, really
Whoa! I
decent
didn't know
shot.
it was so close. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
almost
It
made
was
it into the
perfect.
basket. And you as well not
Yes.
don't have to be afraid of anything because those mosses and tiny shrubs, they collect the discs, so there was not so much
Yeah.
of a rollaway potential.
I pushed it a bit too deep, so it hit the tree and rolled
Yeah.
down. I mean, it probably
So
would have rolled down
on the
anyways,
lower
but
part, there's the grass where you have the potential again, but on the upper part, yeah. So I had no gap again. Decided to pitch up forehand. Not so
and you're
nice.
with me down the hill.
Yeah, but I gave myself a chance for a putt, at least. And you with the perfect position,
Yes.
just throwing into the hill. Very nice.
I need to make this putt if I want to stay. I don't want another birdie.
Very nice and high. And
Yeah,
as well, a lot
I
of
was really
people
happy
were
that
watching.
basket collected that.
Yeah, so it was really steep uphill here. You can see it. It was the same position, you and me, where we were landing. And I threw something I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah, so that this did not
Great
came out of
putt.
the hand perfectly, but yeah, it managed to get in there. And Rafi said that she felt a
Yes.
little bit of pressure after our putts because ours were so tough, but she made it really nice. Yeah, and
It's
you,
even more scary than ours because if
yeah,
we miss, like we're
yeah,
lying next to the basket, but if she misses, she's 20 meters away.
yeah,
So,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah, really good putt.
Yeah, so let's get to hole number 12. 88 meters as well, S-line shape. So you want to throw, as a lefty, you can throw a hyzer, but then you won't get to the basket. And as a righty, you maybe throw a forehand or a turnover that fades in the end. But yeah, a lot of trees in the way again that can stop you. So we had to score, everyone had to score on the card.
I had to eat apparently.
I'm throwing a PD, very stable. I just wanted to land it somewhere down there.
Yeah, probably
Have
not
an
in
easy
this one, but
approach. Yeah,
it's hard to fine tune at this point.
yeah,
You tried, I think, a lot of different throws here. Because with the righty backhand, in theory, it's possible to get to the basket. But in
oh,
either way, you have to hit the line perfectly. So,
yeah. And there's a
oh, square.
squirrel trying to check on Rafi's disc. He had a bad skip into the woods.
I was long the other days, and this time I'm short.
Yeah, that's
And
always
you
how it
has
ends
a
up.
fairly tricky approach. but
Yeah. And there's actually a gap for Raffi.
nice.
Ah, almost had it.
I was debating a lot, I remember, in this position going
Mm,
forehand or backhand. I'm lucky. I'm happy I chose backhand in the end. You
yeah,
have the
I
same
throw
approach, just the other hand.
an
Nice.
understable putter on that one because I wanted to get to the basket.
Yes.
And with the low ceiling, it was not so easy.
No, you did a really good job. You're just behind it.
Yeah, I have around
You doesn't have
five
to
to
putt.
six
Also
meter
good.
putt. Yeah. Raffi giving it a
Ooh,
really
Rafi
nice
giving a
run.
yes.
Yeah. The twig floating in the back.
Nice
And
putt
in it
though.
goes.
Yeah, you're making all of them. You're making all of them.
Yeah,
So
on that
good.
day it just worked very, very, very well.
So good.
Yeah, I was always focused on just not losing any strokes, but it can happen so quick there. Yeah, also really nice putt. Perfect position.
Onwards to 13. This is a really nice two-shot hole. You wanna throw to where the runner is now, and then another throw straight along the tunnel into the basket. Yeah. If you're lefty, hyzer or righty forehand, you can actually try to cut a bit from the corner. But you need to be specific with the length, because too short or too far is both punishing.
Yeah, you
You have
can
a
as
really
well
good
get
hyzer
collected
here.
by the trees. I'm a little bit long.
But you made it through, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We get some visitors on that hole. So
Ah, yes.
there were two cameramen following us along. So we altogether had 4 cameramen and 1 drone.
Yes, they started the drone. It was really
Yeah.
noisy.
So we were a little bit distracted. But yeah.
There was suddenly from this very calm round, the two cameramen from disc golf, they know what they're doing. Everything is fairly quiet and normal. And then there's suddenly 6 people swarming around us.
Yeah.
It was well, it was a lot. So Rafi had a really tricky second. And you, wow, nice.
Yeah, a little bit long actually.
Yes, but it was
Really
a really
nice.
good line.
Yeah.
So here the drone is buzzing all around our heads.
Yeah.
It's no excuse,
No.
but still.
But yeah.
It was kind of distracting. I guess we've had it all. I mean, these throws are all
Yeah.
underwhelming.
I had a really tough patent pending approach. Yeah. And as well a little bit short and right. So everyone a little bit scrambling around.
Rafi's taking casual relief here.
Oop.
Wait,
Almost
making
hitting the
some intense.
cameraman. And you had a tough angle. A lot of trees in the way.
It was a good line, actually.
Ah,
It was the second fairway,
yeah.
basically
Nice.
into the basket. I was lucky on that.
I think that was the putt for par. Me, it's the putt for birdie. A little bit low. As well, I was a little bit rushing because of the cameras, maybe. I don't know. But again, no excuses. I could have made it. And you too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And sadly, you also missed the putt.
Yeah.
through the tree.
At that point, my nerves were a little bit more, and then the cameraman's again, and so yeah. I felt that there were possibilities at that point, and I knew that that hole I could birdie easily, and you could have seen it. I was in the circle for a putt for birdie, but I did not do it, so I was a little bit disappointed with the par actually.
Yeah.
We are here. We are one. We will fight. We will fall. We will prevail. From the fjords of Norway to the shores of Spain, from the fire of Iceland to the hope of Ukraine, 30 countries, one voice. Go Europe!
Now let's skip to hole number 14. It's for the FPOs, it's 85 meters. It's a tight tunnel. It's a righty backhand hyzer or straight to hyzering out. And for the lefties, it's a turnover or a forehand. Yeah, I tried to make the turnover work, but yeah, late release again. It's always when I'm a little bit nervous that this is the miss that I'm making. You threw a musket again, maybe?
Yeah. I threw a saint, but
A saint, okay.
I don't know. This hole, I would love to play this hole again because I think I just didn't figure it out during the tournament or the practice round.
Yeah.
You was a bit early and inside. But from there, it's fine. You can save it par.
There was a tournament in the week before the Unicorn Open, and there the hole was a lot longer, and it was just like I don't know how I had to play it because it was so long and tough, and that was in my head all the time, and I think it was a lot easier now, but yeah.
Yeah, totally. I would say it's a fairly easy par three, but you just, I don't know. I think it's just pushing it straight, and I always try to throw like a hyzer or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that one almost went in. Really
Yeah, I
nice
was giving it a
approach.
run. You too?
Yeah. You were a little bit long, but in the circle.
Rafi for the birdie, right?
Yes.
And she
she
makes
made it. Woo!
Nice. She made some like two birdies that no one else did, I think.
Yeah. She figured
On
those
the
holes out.
yeah. So good.
Yeah, I was very nervous
Oh.
again on that putt. Did not want to get down. I wanted to catch at least the basket.
Yes. Yeah, I understand.
And always when you're thinking about like, oh, something can happen, then you're not going to make the putt. Yeah, maybe I should focus more on the chains and just like put it in, but yeah. So that was the second miss putt in the circle after I made all of the ones before. But yeah.
Exactly. You're still probably on 80%, so
yeah,
more than 80%. Hole 15 is probably my favorite hole. Because of the first throw. It's the for me it's the most fun throw. It's just straight and hyzer for the righty backhand. For lefty it's again really tough. And then the second one, it's really confusing. I'm still not sure how we're supposed to play it, but I guess just downhill and hope. And then there's this tiny gap that you can hit with your third or fourth to get a birdie or par.
Yeah, I like this hole as well a lot because it's for the lefty and for the righty. It's a challenging hole. So the two shots, there's just like the first shot is easier for the right-handed backhand, and then the second one for the lefty. So I really liked it a lot.
Throwing the musket again.
And you did the perfect tee shot. So just in the gap for the tunnel. Very nice.
Rafi is just a couple of meters behind that. And you is also... Ah, no.
Yeah, she tangled up a little bit on the left side.
Yeah.
And I followed suit.
But you make it. Yes.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit further down,
Damn
but
it.
as well, this small Christmas tree. I think I know which one I will have for Christmas this year. That one needs
Nice.
to go. Yeah. And you with a really nice turning flex. I played a stable PD, ended a little bit
Good
right,
play.
but yeah, in the fairway. Really happy. But I think the second one is a turnover for the righty backhand.
Yeah,
But it's
I don't know.
so
Rafi's going
tough.
for a turnover, and I think
Yeah.
it can pan out. So if you want to go for yeah, if you want to land like in the open area, then it's probably just it's a turnover. But theoretically, so what I've been thinking, but not executing, is that if you just push the forehand straight and then let it
Mm.
fade, you can have a putt for the eagle.
Yeah, definitely.
If
It
you're
is possible.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you have to execute it, of
Yeah.
course. So, but Yu is down with the third.
Third,
She's
yeah.
in the bottom, in the ditch.
In a little ditch, yes.
Yes. Rafi with a tricky third,
Yeah. So she's
but
in
is
the
in the fairway now.
open and having a look. Yeah, I threw something. I don't know what. So the
It
intended
was
shot
so good.
was a little bit more left, but yeah.
It knifed through the trees
Yeah.
perfectly.
Because it was so upward, it just like filtered through, you know.
I tried to putt it downhill, but that didn't work out. So now I have again like another approach.
Rafi even giving it a little run. That was for birdie, I think.
Mm-hmm. And
That
you
one too.
That was for
Yes.
birdie.
There comes the next birdie putt. Yeah, and as well a little low again. Third
That
time
was also
now.
for birdie, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but you could see that I was not holding or not releasing the disc flat. I always released it in
Yeah.
hyzer, which I'm normally not doing. So that was the nurse. Here you
Okay.
have them.
I didn't
So-
notice at that time. I still felt like you're super solid.
Yeah. I was just like, don't mess it up. Every hole, like, don't mess it up. That was my always. Yeah. Yeah, now to hole number 16. A really challenging hole. I liked it a lot. There's like OB
Yes,
on
it
the
was
right hand side.
so good.
Yeah, it was really nice designed. So the first shot is a turning shot to the left, and then you want to land on the hill that we just passed. And then the second is just like crashing into this area and hopefully having a putt for birdie. So I really liked it
Yes.
a lot. Yeah, and as well with the wind. The wind was a little bit helping it
Yeah.
that day, I would say. It was a little bit of
Mhm.
right to left
Okay.
wind.
It was the highest point of the course at the yeah.
Yeah, so we are actually crossing a skiing slope here.
Rafi is maybe a bit short, not seeing the basket from there,
Yeah.
or having She has to cross the hill to get to the basket,
Yeah,
which is not that easy.
I think you weren't happy with your shot, but it was just perfect, I would say.
Yeah. In hindsight, yes, it was perfect.
Yeah,
Hughes is going to the left immediately,
yeah, super
right out of
safe.
her hand.
And then
And
cut
she
him
still
off.
also has to cross the hill.
Yeah.
And for you, this is like super scary, is it not?
Yeah. So there's everything is possible from the middle of the pole to everything, and then I just like made it all the way up the hill, getting a lot of extra meters. But yeah, second shot PD stable, crash it in with a hyzer, and I was just like, it will work. And then just
Yes.
like, oops, there we are. in the circle, actually.
Nice.
I was really happy. Yeah, because that shot, if I'm like too straight, then I'm going all the way down the skiing slope, which would have been bad as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
You a little bit
You
right.
sadly grip locked it maybe a bit or turned
Yeah.
it too much. And she now has to scramble through the woods, which is not easy at all. I'm going a bit deep. I think it was outside.
Yeah, you want to be a little bit more right than left because of the skiing
Yeah.
slope. So I think I was a little bit worried. And you having a nice gap.
You see, she is resorting to a hammer, or like an overhead.
Yeah.
She doesn't usually throw it, so it's like
Yeah.
a last
That was just
resort.
like the top gap was the only option she had.
Mm.
And I think that was a run from Rafi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. I trust Ruffy would run this.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, Yula trying to pitch up but still hitting the
Yeah.
tree.
Too many things in the way.
Yeah. This is outside because I'm stepping.
Yeah.
Not making
Almost.
it though.
Yeah. And I was just like, last one's not in. That one.
Yes.
Yes, nailed
Such
it.
a good putt.
Yeah,
And you had
I
it
was really
yesterday
happy.
too, right?
Yeah.
You had the similar putt yesterday.
Yeah, but I did not
Sorry, the
make
day
make
before
it.
that.
So in the first round, I missed it slow, and then I was just like, you can go a little higher, and then I made it.
Nice.
Yeah, even kissed the putter, so I was really happy.
That's a really good feeling if you can correct on
Yeah.
your own, like.
And a really nice birdie to get on that one. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Rafi also making the comebacker, really nice.
Super nice comebacker.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so
Yeah.
close. I think at this point you is probably ready to finish the course.
Yeah. I think if she would have made all the putts, then she would have maybe been in my range or your range even. So the rest of the game was so solid, but the putting
Yeah.
today was just like, yeah, a little bit off, and then you're not making the putts, which is always
Yeah.
sad. But I think we tried to focus on the positive things on the flight.
It was a really nice flight, yeah. Usually in FPO, I feel like it's a super positive vibe and everyone's supporting each other. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually don't feel the tension too much. This hole again is like mostly straight. But if you go off, there was this unique rule. If you hit like the slope, it's too dangerous to go there. So you go either to the bottom or to the top if you crossed. And so it was kind of scary.
A relief
Yeah.
area, yeah. But it was not
Yep.
a positive relief area because most of the time you would have rolled all the way down to the hill and then you have to take it where the disc lies, and that would have been just an uphill shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of scary, and I think that's why a lot of people went to the left.
Yeah. And for
But,
me,
yeah.
it's as
It's
well a
also-
scary shot,
yeah.
so I want to land
Yes.
left.
You were fading towards
But it was way to left. Yeah.
the bottom of the hill. But it's still super hard to hit the gap because it's just like this one gap and you need to hit it with the right angle. Otherwise, you either hit the first or the second tree.
Yeah.
I sadly never made it to the basket, neither the first nor the second weekend.
Yeah, me neither. So always really tough. But Rafi makes it into the circle with the second. And I had a scramble, so I had nothing.
You have nothing, yes.
No. I just like punched it through and then it just like, and I was just like, oh, hopefully it's not rolling down the hill. But yeah,
No, it's sad.
actually a little bit
Good.
outside the circle. I was really happy with that one.
You going for the putt, I think.
Mm. And those small logs, they helped a lot with the rollaways. Oh,
Yes. Or cost them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go for it again because I just wanted to birdie this hole once, but didn't make it.
Next year, maybe.
Yes. You're also trying to make it, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
that would have been for the par.
Mm,
And Rafi for the par as well. Yes, makes
nice.
it
Yeah,
really
Rafi,
nice
she
putts.
played so well.
Yeah,
It was so calm and you didn't really notice it, but
yeah,
in the end, it was so good.
yeah, definitely. You making the putt for the par. Bogey cleanup. Yes. Yeah, that hole was really, really tough. Playing really tough.
Yeah, I don't think there was, yeah, I don't remember a birdie from FPO.
No, me
Maybe
neither.
Maren did it on the weekend before that. I don't know.
Yeah. So, the finishing hole, hole 18, par 5, 221 meters with a lot of uphill and downhill. And yeah, and a lot of OB on the right, especially in the end. Yeah, really challenging, where you have to think about which shots do you want to execute. So, yeah, everyone is getting ready on the way down to the hole. And as
Nice.
well, there were some spectators, so we are cheering us up for a very last time.
I think the game plan is just to land safe in this relatively flat area.
Or slide up the path with a disc that you don't want to use anymore, as you said. One that you don't like that much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at this point, I didn't care about the disc. I just wanted to
Yeah.
be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just use a putter. It doesn't matter what you use. Just be safe, either close to the road
Yeah.
or on the grassy area. It's more about like, okay, if your first one is off, then the second one is hard. Oh, that was nice. It was perfect, but it was so scary.
Yeah, it was definitely scary as a lefty again. Second
If your
shot is
first one is
way
off,
easier. Yeah.
the second.
The second is easier than the first one for me, yeah. Because then I
Okay,
just
well,
like
okay. I
make a
would have said
flat
the
throw.
opposite.
Yeah. With the Undertaker.
Yeah. So if your first one is not good, then the second one is really tricky. But if your first one is like better than decent, then it's all about the second throw and that
Yeah.
you get your second throw as far as
Far
possible
uphill as
uphill.
possible. Here
Yeah.
you can see the slope. That's pretty far. And you're sliding one up. Whee!
Yeah.
Oh,
This
almost.
is already super unstable, so
Yeah.
doesn't matter if it's just sliding.
A really nice throw.
Thanks.
Rafi
And
for the third.
is yes.
Yeah.
But the grass, of course, is not sliding, so
No.
then you have to play it hard. You is going across the top of the hill, and then exactly if you hit this second part, then you they have the possibility to roll down, which can get dangerous if it's closer to the OB downhill. But
Yeah.
this was actually, I think, a solid play.
Yeah, I think it was a good idea, and maybe stick to the hill or not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rafi is doing the same thing,
Yeah. And sticking.
but sticking it.
in, yeah. And I just went for it because I was just like, what do
Yes.
I have to lose? And maybe the next one would be OB, so I tried to have that one. And if I would have released it a little bit more nose down, Sörgen
Yeah.
said that it would have been stayed left, but yeah, it was
Yes.
too nose up. Yeah.
You definitely could have like
Yeah.
hit the green for this.
Yeah, you making a really, really, really safe shot.
Yeah, I looked at the scores before this throw. I haven't looked at them before the like during the round. But then I was like, how safe do I need to play this? And so I just went for the semi-safe option.
Yeah. I think at that point we already had like 3 shots. You were
I don't remember.
or something like that, so I was just like wanted to get it over, to have it over. This is a really, really nice approach from Rafi again.
Yes, Rafi is
Yeah.
so good. It's so tricky from up there because you have
Yeah.
to do it like nose down, but still throw it far enough, but not too far
Yeah.
enough because downhill you also need less power, so it was really good. You also have a nice approach.
Yeah, you give it a really nice
I don't
run.
remember that.
Yeah. The chains just said nope.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
you low,
Inches
no.
again.
Yes,
Just
it was
like
like the story of a round, to be honest.
yeah. I made the putt.
Nice.
I was just like, it's over.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were super tired at this point, I think, because it was like
Yeah.
really tough days.
And everyone was cheering us up, so there was like the tournament
Yeah.
office was up there and everyone clapping and yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good tournament. I really liked the course too. Very technical.
Yeah, so we're checking the scores and I'm congratulating you. Really nice round from your side.
Yeah. It was same to you. Congratulations for
Yeah, thank
second
you. I was just like a lot of stress relief after the round. Yeah, and Rafi played so well too.
Yeah.
And yeah, and you as well.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching the Austrian Disc Golf Championships. Maybe next year it's there again. We'll see. It would be great. I would like to take a revenge.
Yeah.
I think you too.
Yeah, maybe get some more birdies. Oh.
Yes, because they're so gettable, but you have to throw well, of course.
Yeah, definitely. But it was a really nice, challenging course. I liked it a lot. It was so well designed as well. Having an FPO course was so great.
It was really nice
to have like. So.
Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for filming.
Yeah, and thanks for all of the sponsors.